Volunteers are our lifeline to our visitors. They greet, escort, and guide while educating guests as they visit Patriots Point. We support our volunteers with educational opportunities to enhance their ability to engage with our visitors regarding our ships and our exhibits. We have a history of taking our volunteers on an educational bus trip.
Love y'all, have fun!
Cool beans, it's gonna be great.
Our first stop was in Wilmington, North Carolina.
We're here at the Battleship North Carolina.
Our visit began with an overview of what we would be seeing on our tours. Then their docents guided us through every aspect of the ship. We went behind the scenes and were given special insight into what the sailors experienced on the ship. We explored the 16-inch gun mounts.
This turret 2, is the only turret that has a mezzanine that looks like this.
The ship's catapult, and were taken up ladders, down ladders, through holds and into compartments the battleship sailors once occupied. Our guide even opened the secured Combat Information Center for our benefit. All in all, exploring 9 levels of impenetrable steel.
Ready? 1, 2.
Many of our volunteers are veterans with varied backgrounds.
I was a Marine for 4 years.
Jet aircraft mechanic.
Ship service admin specialist, retired as a major. The rest is history.
After each day on the road, we stayed at some nice accommodations, and after a full breakfast, started our new day.
I can only trust that everybody had a great time yesterday.
The next day, we arrived at the Army Airborne Museum in Fayetteville, where we witnessed a re-enlistment held immediately outside the front door. As we moved inside the museum, the first hall featured works from World War II's most famous cartoonist, Bill Mauldin. The main exhibit hall portrayed the historic involvement of U.S. airborne forces dropping into battle zones across Europe and the Middle East, recounting the actions of heroic soldiers from its connections to the Carolinas and the early days of the parachute test platoon, efforts to support the invasion of Normandy, the Korean conflict, Vietnam, and all the way to Iraq and Afghanistan and the ongoing global war on terrorism.
I'm glad I didn't have to go through it. I'm glad they did, though.
The trip was designed as a thank you to our volunteers for their support, an opportunity to get to know each other, and to experience other museums.
Volunteered for about 18 months.
Oh, I've been here 6 years.
It's been 8.5 years already.
Just over 5 years.
13 years.
17 years.
We were on the road again, and by popular demand, had enough time to stop at the world-famous Buc-ee's.
That's my first and last trip to Buc-ee's.
On arrival to Ft.Jackson, we picked up our drill sergeant escorts who would guide us around the base. We were given priority seating at a graduation event for close to 800 cadets. Then we were treated to an observation of their training, some of their physical activities, finished off with a barracks tour, and as every trip comes to an end, we had to go home. So while we have many volunteers, we are always looking for more. If you have the passion and interest, we also have many venues and exhibits that need volunteers and their passion to explain to our visitors what we do here at Patriots Point. If you have any interest, come join us. Be a volunteer. We'll look forward to having you.
It's an awesome experience and I really totally enjoyed it.
The battleship was fantastic.
Volunteering here is an honor.